Good morning everybody and welcome to another episode of Hardcore SK Mod Pack RimWorld, and today we have some fantastic news. Barracuda, who was in a coma, is now awake. Yes, if you fit a brain simulator, they come out of the coma. Now you can see he's got automatic buffs for moving, manipulation, consciousness, talking and eating. So they'll eat more, okay, because he's working harder. So there we go. That is what you need to get a patient out of the brain, out of the coma. Now obviously these are not cheap to make, okay. We go over to, I think it's the electronics. Yep. A brain simulator requires the following bits and pieces to make. So we're just going to open up all of these. Okay, so first of all you can see you need 10 glass frames. You need 6 components, you need 20 plastic, you need 5 integrated circuits. Integrated circuits are a pain. I'll tell you for nothing now, they are a pain. Okay, but if you can get your pawn out of a coma, it is so much worth it. So much worth it. We're taking a screenshot. There we go. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it can be done. Okay, you also need your doctor at the correct level. We don't know what the correct level is because our doctor is level 20. But you do need hospital bed level 2, okay, for it to work. Now because we now have Barracuda back, we're going to be checking the work here, and we're going to be checking what Barracuda did. Okay, so he was the crafter here and he was the smith, so that is really good for us. So we can have Mark here, he's secondary smith, he's first on crafting. Okay, so hopefully he should be going and be doing medication and then smithing and stuff like that. Okay, so that's really good for us because it helps us out so much. So let's get to it. Let's get busy with Lizzie, as they say. So we have got quite a lot of stuff to do. We've got 3 people to fix. Now we've got Geo Racer here and Fibrous and Mechanitis. Okay. Is another one that is a pain. Okay, we are now making not going to put that one there. We are making a vitals monitor. Okay, so we need to put not production, miscellaneous, we need to go to medical here, vital stimulation. I don't think it's speed that we need. But that's about the best one. The aluminium one is, okay, that's about the best one at the moment, so we're looking to do that one. Okay, so we're going to be putting, now these take 1 on each bed. Okay, so I'm going to be putting 1 on the coma patients. Okay, 1 on there. Well, basically all my beds are going to have them. I don't know how much power they need or how much power they require or anything like that, but they do require some bits of information. Okay, so like I said, it doesn't tell you what power is needs, but it says cover effectiveness 40%, so we're not too sure whether or not these do need them. So we're going to forbid these 3, okay, because we don't want them being used all the time. Okay, we're gonna videos there. Now, we've managed to do quite a lot this morning, last night. I mean, we was up, we did just over 12 and a half hours last night on this. We're going to be doing that again. We now have our second compost, our mushroom farm. Okay, we need to get the third one here, so we need another 100 units of compost. So what we need to do is to take a look at the compost recipe. Now, a lot of people have a lot of problems with making compost. I especially do. I absolutely hate it. So I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to do a little bit of explanation about compost. Right, open up all the foods. Okay, so we're going to show practically everything on here. Now, I know Sid has updated the information on this because requires 25 ingredients and requires 5 ingredients was a little bit awkward. Okay, alright. So what you're going to be doing is, first of all, when you first start, you're going to be using fecal sludge or ash. Okay, basically what you need to make compost is meat. Okay, so make sure you have your insect meat selected. You can use prime meat if you wish to, and you can use raw meat if you wish to. Okay, it's also good if you've got a fishing pond to use all the meat. Now we're getting tofu as well, so we're going to be clicking tofu because we want that. Okay, because that's a meat substitute. Okay, so if you're looking for stuff on a caravan or anything, you're probably going to find that you're going to be able to buy canned raw meat, or you'll especially be able to buy raw meat and prime meat and insect meat. Okay, foods, easiest thing to do is to use cloudberries. Okay, and that's it. Basic foods. Don't need any of these. Don't need any of them at all. Extra food. I grow cabbage for it. Okay, I grow cabbage for my compost. So use cabbage. Coconuts. You can use coconuts because you know, any of the fruits that you have. Fruits are always good. They become so abundant, yeah, that they can actually overwhelm you and you have to sell them. So just tick all types of fruit, unless you've only got one that you're using. So if you're only using the cloudberry, only click cloudberry. But compost, you can suspend it. You need a minimum of 100, okay, to make the compost. Do not use glow bulb or shimmer shoom to make compost. Do not do it, because that makes mushroom stew. Okay, I still haven't got giant leaf. I still don't know how to get the seeds for giant leaf. Animal food, click hay. Hay is easy, you just go and harvest it. Rotted mush, rotted meat, absolutely use those. If you're going to do rotted mush and rotted meat and you have a lot of them, okay, go into your where is it? Basic food. Is it basic food? No, go into your meat food and take off raw meat and prime meat. Okay, keep the insect meat on. But you want the rotted meat. Insect meat is good to just get rid of it, okay, because you don't really want to use it for anything else. Raw resources. Don't really need any of these. Don't need ash. Do not use ash. Okay, do not use it because you need that for making heel root stuff. Ash is very vitally important, and if you keep using it for compost, you're going to keep burning stuff and all the time. Fecal sludge, yes. You can, because you normally make that. At a later date you don't have to. Bedpan, yes. yes, burn barrel. It won't use it. Okay, it turns it into vehicle sludge. So don't do it. So hopefully I've cleared up a little bit of myth on how to make the bits and pieces on that. Animal products, unfertilized eggs, don't use them. Okay, don't use any animal products. Again, meat is important. You need a source of meat. Okay, that is why I always select insect meat, because you're always going to have insects like spiders and crawlers and stuff like that that are going to give you insect meat. Vegetarian, every type of fruit, because you always grow fruit. It's the easiest thing to do. Okay, rotted meat, rotted mush. If you use these two as a main source of income, take your food off, take your meat off in the other foods. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, and that is how it is done. Hopefully we can get that done today. Okay, and there we go. So we're going to press play. So just because a menu has a lot of information on them, okay, and a lot of subjects that they can choose from and items they can choose from, doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing. Okay, that they're going to be there, alright? That you select everything. That's not a good thing. It gives you a choice. Look at what you've got. I mean, look at all the rotted mush I've got. I'm not going to want to use any of the type of meat. Okay, I'll use the insect meat, but I won't use anything else. Okay. So we're looking at this guy today. Now he's currently a prisoner. He's 93% difficulty to do, and his health. Look, eye loss, sparse. That's new eyes. We need to put that in on our medical illness and treatment, because I'm trying to keep everything I can on here. Okay, so I know how to do it. So we're going to be putting those in there, and obviously because I'm compiling this, okay, we're trying to get a better help file going for the bits and pieces. Let's see. Right, so we're having a look at this. We're going to have a look, see how we can sort his eyes out, okay? Basically, we're going to have new eyes and a new spine. We've got an artificial spine there, so we want to have a look at that. This is 85%, okay? So that's fine. If it gets bigger than that, then we'll have a look at that. you know, so it's just there. It's just there. So who was the one? Barracuda was the one that was in here. So yeah, he's one of my main guys. So to have him back is absolutely fantastic because it frees up everything. Don't know if it will cause many problems down the line or anything like that, but you know, we will get there. We will have a look. We'll find out how he's doing. Obviously, you can see that he's mixing concrete. I tried to keep certain bits and pieces in certain places just to make sure that they're there. Another thing that we're looking at is to keep everything in its correct place. So yeah, it's kind of you know, we need to look at things, we need to deal with things. So we've got saw wooden planks here. Now obviously we don't have no more wooden planks, we can get no more wood. Okay, so we're not going to saw wooden planks anymore. So what we're going to do is build saw bamboo planks. Okay, now we're going to be doing do until you have, and obviously we're going to be wanting to make sure that we've got 100 in stock. Now the reason that we're moving over to bamboo logs is because we're growing the bamboo, okay, and take the best stockpile is main stockpile there, okay, and that just gives us nice stuff here. So also to make sure that we've got chopped firewood, we've got bamboo or wooden log. Okay, so we've got wooden log here, but we're going to take the wooden log off now. Okay, we only want to use the bamboo log because the wooden log I want to make sure that we've got enough for this one here, which is 130. I won't be buying any wooden logs anymore because it's just not going to be worth it, because like I said, we've got bamboo growing. Okay, we've got bamboo growing. There's no need for us to do anything else. It was saying sugarcane was not being taken, died because it wasn't being taken. Not too sure why it wasn't. I can't see these colours, you see, these look exactly the same to me, I think. Yeah, so we'll have to keep an eye on the sugarcane because it shouldn't come up with a problem of it being harvested. You see, we've got peach trees now, banana trees, stuff like that, and that is working nicely. Another thing that was changed recently and is going to come out in the next few days is the terraform piece of equipment. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use it over here. Well, we're going to practice, we're not going to use it. And we're going to go and use this one, and that is the terraformer. Now the terraformer here, okay, the recipe has been changed because they took out electronics because it causes a minor bug every now and then where you will have the right items here, but the items will switch to using a different type of objects. Okay, so basically what you do, you put that down, it will do it for you, but it's so slow, so boring. It takes a year for it to do a big area. So we've got a sad wanderer, so very joy depraved here. Okay, and that was Viper. And his needs it. Very joy depraved. I'm not really fussed too much at the moment. we are looking to have a lot of bits and pieces come in now, because we are doing more, and I've got one of my bits back. So Temgar is here. He's doing some nice stuff for us. So you can see at the moment we've got fruit salads. I know some of those are going to be changed, but we don't know when they're going to be changed. But you can see that we do have the bits and pieces here. Obviously stuff is not doing as well as I want it to. Lyra here, she's researching, she's our main researcher, and we do need to get that done. We actually might for a while, because once she's done this research, we're going to switch her over and put her back onto cleaning, because the base is getting like a little bit dirty, and I need to keep it clean. So we're going to switch are we going to go and switch, or are we going to leave it? No, it's getting a bit dirty, so I'm going to leave the research at the moment. Okay, and we're going to switch up on the cleaning. Okay, so when she gets off the cleaning, off the research there, she'll go and do some cleaning. I don't know what Barracuda is doing there, or if he's doing anything there. Solar flare and an eclipse. So what is he doing now? Right, so Mark is smelting still alloy, which is good. Barracuda is hauling rubble. Phoenix wandering through. This one I do not engage. I currently do not have the weapons to engage the Phoenix. Okay, so we just let it burn, and he will burn stuff. Okay, so we do have some bits and pieces here that we can have. We can go and get. We can say, right, okay, go and priority haul that for me, please. So we want to have a look at a couple of other new benches today. Currently here we're making tin alloy, we need components and all that stuff. So we're always constantly needing iron. You can see that we've got fuel here, coal, iron ore, we've got quite a lot of iron ore, tin ore, that needs to be moved urgently in there. That can't be moved urgently in there because that's the maximum amount that will take. We haven't got an aluminium one yet, which is there and there. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all coming together slowly. Obviously we're going to be wanting to make some new bits and pieces here. You can see Flons is doing bits and pieces. Lyra is got a lot of stuff to clean, and hopefully this is why we're going to switch to better floors. I do want to clean a hospital. Okay, I don't know why they won't swap it out for better stuff in the clothing when they've got it. Okay, unless she can't get up. No, she can't get up, so you can see here lots of what's the stuff here. to do. So we're going to be looking at putting in some bits and pieces on her today, because she does have quite a lot of problems with her. Sorry, I should be looking at medical. So Kay, she's blood filtration down here. Now that's fine for us, because she's all in this, she's in remission. So what we're going to do is we're going to give her a new liver and a new kidney. So we're going to add Bill here. No, it's install right kidney. So we're going to add Bill. We're going to install right kidney, install liver. Okay, and then what we're going to do is get rid of all these chroma thingies. Okay, and we're just going to get rid of all of them. Now it's a long build to do this. Okay, so we're going to be doing that there. Now she's in a coma, she doesn't need no antibiotics or anything like that. Now she might get sepsis or something like that, that's why I sent them to go and clean the hospital. Okay, because obviously she has cancer, and we want to make sure that this is as good as possible. So having your pawns all work together and have specific jobs is quite good. Now obviously we don't have a freezer here, and it's caused me quite a little bit of a problem, to be honest. But what we need to do on Kay is to make sure that her operations is there. Yeah. So hopefully she's going to get a new liver. With the cancer, it's okay. Okay, it's not too bad. Good, power's come back on, it's always good. Now you can see with the beds, we've got 109 at 37. But with the plastic ones, they are so much better because of the recovery process. So if we have a look on here, and we have a look at her health, I think he's doing the blood filter first. There we go, so she's got a new kidney. And this is life support. I don't really like the life support. At the end of the day, it's there. Oh, and for those of you that want to have a chat about the hardcore so yeah, if you want to go and chat more about the hardcore SK mod pack, or you want some help with the hardcore mod pack, if you enter while you're in Twitch exclamation hardcore SK, that will give you their Discord channel. So you just click on that, go in there, say HMK sent me, you are the guys that can help us with the mod pack, because I'm not an expert on it. Okay, the guys in there, Bringer, Sid Poos, Sky, some of the other people that play it a lot, can sometimes give you a lot much better help. So you can see cancer here, if not treated, will spread. Okay, so we've got this one on the 11th rib and operations here. Okay, so we're just watching this one. This is the one that we are watching here, which is the blood filtration. Oh, and for those of you that know me quite regular, I do bitch quite a lot sometimes, and sometimes the stuff gets sorted out, sometimes they don't. So it's a big thank you to Sid for yesterday for doing a lot of work of updating the help files and doing some minor bug fixes and stuff like that. And you can now, if you update, okay, and this is on the 12th or the 11th of 2017, if you update your hardcore SK mod pack, yeah, from their official site, you will be able to make Pemicam on your electric stove now. And also, I'm reading in the group chat that this update also split the dried fruit. The fruit from trees is preserved like a jam, and the berries are dried like plums. That way I don't have to mess with the raw food values and mess up other food, but allows all fruit to be preserved in some way. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, it can be preserved. So you can now see that our blood filtration, she's now weakened. Okay, so that is brilliant for her. Okay, that is absolutely brilliant for her. And Sid is saying that you'll roughly need 8 berries for 1 dry fruit and roughly 25 tree fruit for 1 preserved fruit. Okay, so we will, by tomorrow, or within the next 4 hours, we'll stop, we'll take a break, we'll update so we can show you those new things. I just want to get on with some of these and get these done. So the operations on K is going to be quite a while, but that's it. There you go. We've got all that sorted out, and we are making progress now. We are making the progress now, and it's just making sure that we got things running smoothly, getting things done. James, I don't know what James is doing. James is hauling some bits and pieces. I think he's going to... What was that? What did I put there? Oh, research terminal. A research terminal. Yeah, I need the research terminal. caramel made as well. And see, there's also saying the preserved fruit gives same buff as a fruit drink, and it will be a placeholder till food and crop overhaul in A18. Okay. Right, now this should not be happening. This should not be happening here because we should have this harvesting. I don't know why James is not harvesting it. Okay, so James, you're going to get smacked if that carries on. Because these don't harvest, by the way. They only pull. Okay, they only pull the crop. You still need your harvester to come and do it. So you're sowing sugarcane. You should be harvesting the sugarcane as well, mate. I've actually got 2 people, but Viper's having he's having a wander. He's throwing a flipping hissy fit. As you can see here, I've got pile of dirt and fertilizer. How I've got fertilizer, I don't know, because my fertilizer barrels are off. Okay, and I know I haven't made it on. And yes, this is a pool of water. Shallow ice at the moment because it's cold. 9 degrees in here. 9 degrees in here. So we can see that we don't always have everything that we need. Okay. 1 degree, that's got no heaters there. And again, when we do our heating for these, we use the hygiene terminal. We use the hygiene stuff. We do not use the other stuff, the electric heaters or anything like that. We can do. We've got enough power to use them. I just don't use them because at the end of the day, I've got a hot water tank. Okay, it's only stored heat at 40 at the moment, but I've got two hot water heaters here. I don't really need to have any more than that. If that starts dropping, then I'm just going to build another one of these, or build another stored thing over here, because this is where they'll be. So it's things like that that you've got to think about. Yeah. So like I said, don't always grow because look, non-ideal temperature here, and that is because outside that's minus 10 degrees. You should really be combating more than minus 10 degrees here. It's 8 degrees, so I might need to put on some more heaters. Just got to keep the balance going. I've got lots of food anyway, so not fussed. Okay, so 11th thread there. So hopefully our coma patients will eventually be coming out of the coma. Okay, eventually be coming out of the coma, and we can have some nice bits and pieces. yes, the reason we moved the school up is because we're going to be making the bigger freezer. Oh, we can't move that one. We can move that, we can move that, we can't move that. Right. So we're going to be having a little bit of difficulty with that. Right, the other thing that we need to do is, again, we need to look at the size of our kitchen. We need to, that's fine. If that happens, just wake him up, go sleep. So he's going to go and get that there. Right, soothing. Let's just have that one and that one off. So soothing. All the males are happy. Okay, so Viper should be going to sleep, or he should be getting something anyway. He's getting a meal. Okay, he's getting a meal. So we're finding the temperature is dropping here quite a lot, so this is a concern for us, and that is because the heat here. So this is now where, because it is dropping, we are going to have a look at this, and we are going to have to put in some heaters. I don't normally use them, but you know, at the end of the day, you've got to use them. Medium heaters here, integrated circuits and stuff like that. It's so much easier to build one or two of these smaller heaters, okay, and just put two on there, because you are just mainly keeping your fruit trees and that alive. I'll put them. I try to put them in the same place as well. Now, to me, it doesn't matter where they go, or, well, I wouldn't say where they go, but how long they take to do, because these are cheap enough here. Okay, so we need to have that one there. That one I'm not really fussed on, really, I don't think. I can't remember what I've got going on here. But again, just take time. See, indoors, look, 18 degrees, 2 degrees, and the reason this one stays up quite high is because of this. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to move this telescope. We're going to actually reinstall it and put it here. Because this is outside. See how that goes. You can see these are, just getting done. We'll get done over time. I know things will be working, and I know Florence works extremely hard. Viper here, he's our other gardener. Yeah, so he's our other gardener here. Character, no, gear here. Now I have a bug with this. I can't find out what it is, but I just have the bug there. Let's see the help of everybody. Angela. There we go, the telescope has been moved. I love my little robot. Absolutely love my little robot. Right, so we've got our this one being filled. So we're trying to keep ahead of this now. Okay. Because obviously we need to do the brain. So I've got Temgar back on cooking to help with everything. See that we're starting to get lights as well. Yeah. So we're losing out on this. It's only 17 heat. This is where we're losing out, you see, so we need to have some more of these. Need another solar heater. So I'm going to have a look here. We're going to go on planning here. And we're going to put in another heater. Yeah, like it's going to have any chance against that. So we're going to put in another solar heater. And this is from Hygiene. This is the solar heaters here. Now you can have an immersion heater and hot storage tank. So you can have one of these, which we'll probably have a look at. It does need power, but again, you know, this is one of the things that we're going to be looking at, because this is an immersion heater. And again, make sure that you use the right stuff. We're using aluminium, but we can use copper. Okay, it's 150 copper alloy here, so we don't really have enough for it. I don't know if I've got enough copper actually in stock. And that's copper ore. Yeah, I do. I have the copper ore, but we're gonna keep it to aluminium. There's our pet snake, by the way. So we're going to shove that one in there. And we're going to put another solar water heater, again out of aluminium, over here. Now that's the right level here. Okay. This one needs to be redone, so zone an area here, delete zones, and then we need to make a stockpile there. And if you don't keep your base clean, by the way, you have a higher risk of getting things dirty. Our little robot has gone to sleep there. Because you do need to keep these at the top. Keep everything at the top, everything balanced. I mean, obviously when my water heater is working and it's hot, yeah, then it's okay, but obviously we're in a little bit of cold spell here. It's worked perfectly fine for ages. Have the female here, she's 22 in the eggs. I just can't get them to do the eggs properly. They're really difficult to breed, but once they are bred, they are fantastic for keeping down the annoying little spiders and rats and stuff like that. This is one thing I would go and recommend a pet for you to go and get. It's one of the best ones, I think, really. So let's have a look at this. So we've done here. Yeah, we've done here. So what's Ron's doing? She's maintaining. So Harris is making broom medical drink. So we must have had some more heel root. to get rid of this rotted mush, and it will go into the freezer. That's where it will do, but I'll just have to put it outside because I didn't have the right container for it. And obviously our heel root production is going to go exponential because we've got a heel root. This is just the whole heel root plant is just here. It's just absolutely great. Yeah. And again, we're going to make a sterile floor in the kitchen. Okay, well, I don't think we actually need one, but we do need to start looking at beautification. Now, this is really an important part of the mod pack, is to make it beautiful for pawns. If you don't make it beautiful for pawns, then they're just going to turn around and say, well, yuck. Okay, so the walk speed here is 100, and this is walk speed is 76, so definitely quite slow for them. So we're actually going to look at the floors. You need, when I do my floors, I do natural floors. I use polished stone because if you look at polished stone, time consuming to make but easy to keep clean. Now this is a big thing when you've got people cleaning